Are housing prices finally going to drop in 2026? For years we've heard the same sentence over and over again. The housing market has to crash eventually. But every year, prices keep rising, affordability keeps dropping, and buying a home feels more impossible than ever. So what makes 2026 different? Why are economists, investors, and governments all watching this year closely? And most importantly, should you wait to buy, or buy before it's too late? Today, we're breaking down the real data, the real trends, and the real risks behind the 2026 housing market. No hype, no fear-mongering, just facts, logic, and what experts believe will happen next. Let's get into it. Before we talk about 2026, you need to understand where the market is right now. Across most countries, from the US to Canada to the Netherlands to the UK, we're facing the same problem: a massive shortage of homes, not enough new construction, high demand from millennials reaching buying age, investors competing with first-time buyers, immigration, increasing urban demand, land and permits becoming more expensive, and governments that can't build fast enough. This lack of supply has been pushing prices up for more than a decade. Even during times when interest rates skyrocketed, prices didn't collapse because there simply weren't enough homes to create downward pressure. So today, we're starting from a place where prices are historically high, mortgages are expensive, inventory is low, and most people feel priced out. Now the question is, does 2026 change any of this? Chapter 2. Why people think prices will drop in 2026. Two bottoms. There are three major reasons why many analysts believe 2026 might bring a correction, or at least softer prices. Reason 1. Lower interest rates. Returning central banks are signaling slower inflation and possible rate cuts by late 2025 or early 2026. Lower interest rates do two things: make monthly payments smaller, increase what buyers can afford. Usually, that pushes prices up, not down. But here's the twist. Many governments expect a wave of buyers who've been holding off, potentially causing short-term volatility. Reason 2. Mortgage reset wave. Millions of homeowners across Europe, Canada, and the UK will be renewing their mortgages in 2026 after years of low interest rates. Some could face 40–70% higher monthly payments, financial stress, forced selling. If that happens on a large scale, inventory could temporarily rise, causing price pressure. Reason 3. Construction catching up. Thanks to government incentives, zoning changes, and new building technologies, developers are finally starting to produce more homes. But they're hitting the market in 2025 and 2026, not today. More supply plus expensive mortgages. Weaker price growth. Some regions could even see mild price drops. Now here's the other side. Even if some downward pressure appears, there are powerful forces keeping prices from falling dramatically. Even with more construction, most countries are still years behind demand. For example, the US is short 4 to 7 million homes, the UK is short 2 to 3 million. The Netherlands struggles with a massive urban housing shortage. Canada's immigration demand far outpaces supply markets, with shortages rarely crash, because people still need places to live. A housing crash would hurt banks, destroy homeowner wealth, damage the economy, reduce tax revenue, increase homelessness. Politically, a crash is unacceptable. Expect rate cuts, buyer incentives, relaxed building regulations, support for struggling homeowners. Large funds are buying more real estate every year. BlackRock pension funds, private equity, REITs, international investors. They buy dips, they protect the market, they prevent big collapses. So even if prices fall, the drop might not last long. Let's summarize what economists and analysts believe. Plus 1% to plus 4% per year. Better affordability due to lower rates, still low supply. %0 growth, more new homes, plus cautious buyers, high mortgage rates earlier still holding people back. 2% to 5% would mostly affect overvalued cities. Investors who need to sell areas with lots of new construction homeowners under mortgage pressure. Economists give this less than a 5% probability. Why? Because crashes require oversupply, high unemployment, a credit meltdown, a wave of forced selling. None of those exist at major scale today. So what should you do? Buy now or wait? Let's break it down. In these cases, timing the market is less important. Waiting might give you more inventory, lower rates, less competition, but remember, waiting also carries risk. Here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Housing doesn't crash just because it's expensive. It crashes when nobody wants it, and nobody can buy it. But right now, demand is high, supply is low, rates are stabilizing, governments are intervening, investors are waiting to buy dips. So will prices drop in 2026? Most experts say, probably not. At least, not in a dramatic way. What's more likely is slower growth, regional corrections, better affordability, slight drops in some markets, a more balanced market overall, but a 2008-style collapse, very unlikely. Instead of guessing the market, here's a smarter approach. 1. Improve your credit score, lower score, garner higher interest, moderate higher cost. 2. Increase your savings. Higher down payments give you more negotiation power. 3. Study your local market. Some cities will drop, some won't. Real estate is local, not global. 4. Get pre-approved early. When rates drop, competition explodes. 5. Look for motivated sellers. Estate sales, relocations, divorces, and landlords unloading properties often give discounts. 6. Consider new construction developers sometimes offer the biggest discounts in slow markets. So, will housing prices drop in 2026? Most likely, not by much. Not enough to be called a crash, but enough that some markets finally become more affordable. The biggest opportunity in 2026 won't be a price crash. It will be a better balance between buyers and sellers, and the best deals will go to the people who are prepared. So instead of waiting for the perfect moment, start preparing for the moment when opportunity arrives. Because in real estate, you don't need to time the market perfectly. You just need to be ready when everyone else isn't.